Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video we're going to talk about my favorite designer fragrances at the moment. So this is not my top 10 favorite designer fragrances of all time. These are just the top 10 in my collection that I have that I'm the most excited to wear right now. I'm really in the mood for these and they're just my current favorites. I'm just feeling these. I think they're excellent quality. I think that they're going to fit perfectly for the mood that I'm in right now, and I'm just really looking forward to wearing them. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your continued support. I truly appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, if you don't know, I have a monthly perfume tray where I pick out 10 fragrances that I try to focus on. Of course, I step outside of that tray often and I'm testing fragrances all the time. And sometimes I just get in the mood for something else. But for the most part, I try to focus on those 10 fragrances. And in the month of January, I had this perfume on my tray and I absolutely fell in love with it. This is by Viktor Rolf and this is Flowerbomb Nectar. I enjoyed this fragrance so much in the month of January. I think this is so good and it's really underrated. I feel like a lot of people talk about Flowerbomb, but Flowerbomb Nectar, there's just something special about this fragrance. Now this perfume does have gunpowder in it, so I feel like it's not going to be for everyone, but it has this sweetness to it that I just love, and it has this sexy edginess to it that just makes me happy. It makes me smile. It definitely has that Flowerbomb DNA in here, but it's definitely different. My favorite flanker so far of Flowerbomb. The performance of this is outstanding as well. You do not need a lot of sprays of this. It really performs well. I feel like I wore this a ton in the month of January, but this is the only dent I have in here because I really don't need to overspray this. It's pretty strong. I really don't want to overspray it because yeah, it performs well. It's pretty loud and it's absolutely beautiful. But you do have to really like sweet fragrances. This is unique though. It's unique because it does have that gunpowder, so it doesn't just smell like your average floral designer fragrance. It's very sexy, feminine, but playful at the same time. Super fun. I love this one. So this is by Viktor Rolf, Flowerbomb Nectar. This next one I'm in the mood for. It seems like all year round. I feel like this is a perfume that you could really get away with wearing any time of the year. So this is by Mugler and this is Alien Goddess Intense. So I've tried the Goddess version, thought it was nice, very beachy. That's a very summertime perfume. This one though, I love. This one has that coconut that the original Goddess has, but then they added in a lot of vanilla and warm amberiness. So this is definitely my preferred version. Plus, if you take the OG Alien and you mix it with Alien Goddess, you put the two together and I feel like this is what you get. I know a lot of people complained with Alien Goddess that it didn't really smell much like Alien. Why is it a flanker if it doesn't smell anything like Alien? So they listened with the Intense version and they added in more of that jasmine Alien DNA. Alien is too much for me, but this is the Alien DNA but toned down with coconut. It's so good. It's so good. This is really good for lasting, and I get compliments on this when I wear it. Because of the amberiness and the vanilla in here, I could definitely see somebody wanting to wear this in fall winter, but then it has that coconut feel and it has that jasmine that kind of gives me some spring vibes, and then the coconutiness kind of gives me summer vibes. So with all of that thrown together, I really feel like this is something that would fit in every single season. And I think it would just, yeah, I think it just works. It just works all year round. This would be a really great signature scent. It's beautiful. And I don't know why more people don't talk about this because I think it's a fantastic designer fragrance. I really love it. So this is by Mugler, Alien Goddess Intense. This next one's not really a summertime fragrance, but sometimes I feel like I could wear this in the spring. This is a kind of a gourmand fragrance, but I also get a lot of the orange blossom in here. This is by Dolce and Gabbana, and this is Devotion. This is a polarizing scent. I heard from a lot of people that don't like this, but I also heard from a lot of people that love it. So let me know, drop your opinion in the comment section. Are you team Devotion or no? Love or hate? Let me know in the comment section what you think of Devotion, but I really like this one. I love this one. I think it smells Really good. This is sweet candy-like citruses. A lot of people say they get lemon, candied lemon, which I do get that. I get candied lemon, but I also pick up on more citruses than just lemon. I definitely pick up on some orange, I almost get this like orange spray vibe in the opening of this fragrance, along with some candied grapefruit. It's not just lemon to my nose, it's just a mix of candied citruses. It reminds me of candy, but then the citruses kind of reminds me of spring, maybe summer, I don't know. This would be a really good Halloween scent actually, but I still think I could wear this now because it's not so gourmand to my nose. It's not overly gourmand. It definitely has gourmand touches. There's a ton of vanilla in here. There's a ton of vanilla in here for sure, but I also pick up on the orange blossom a lot, so I get this floral vibe. So I'm having a difficult time kind of placing this one exactly where I would put it. Sometimes it reminds me of Halloween because of the candy feel that I get. Sometimes it reminds me more of fall wintry vibes because I get like a lemony gourmand from this, but then I also get lots of the orange blossom, which kind of reminds me of spring. So anyway, let me know in the comment section what season you think this is best suited for. I would love to know, but I love this perfume and I get really decent performance out of it too. And I'm super happy. I blind bought this because of all the hype and I was just so curious. I had to know how I felt about this. I mean, was I team devotion or not? And I am team devotion. I do love this. It's very sweet. So if you're not into sweet fragrances, if you don't like that sweet and sour feel to a fragrance, because the candied citruses in here definitely gives off a sweet and sour vibe. If you don't like that, I don't think you're going to like this, but I think it's a lot of fun. I really like it a lot. So this is by Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. Okay, I have two from Carolina Herrera that I am just dying to wear right now. I'm enjoying them so much. One of them's on my tray for February. This is Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl. And I haven't talked about this one in a while because I haven't worn it in a while, but man, I love this just as much as I did when I first got it. I actually tried this in store. I was sniffing around at Macy's when this first released, and I sprayed this on my hand, and I was like, this is coming home with me right now. And I bought it right there because I loved it, and I still do. I get really good performance out of this. I love the lychee in here. There's lots of rose. There's lots of red currant. There's vetiver in here, and there's also lots of vanilla as well. It's got that sweet tart vibe in it. Again, I like that contrast. I like the contrast of sweetness with some tartness, and some people were comparing this to like Delina Exclusive. I get it. I think it's similar vibes, but definitely not a dupe for either one of those. And I am a fan of these bottles. I do love the stilettos, and not everybody does, but I think they're pretty fun. So anyway, this is by Carolina Herrera, Very Good Girl. And the other one by Carolina Herrera that I just wore recently to refresh my memory, and whoa, this sucker became nuclear. This is Carolina Herrera, Good Girl Blush. When I first got this, ooh, look, I match. When I first got this, I loved it. I thought it smelled amazing. Obviously, I actually tested this first. No, did I blind buy this one? I don't remember now if I tested it first or blind bought it. I think I tested it first. I don't know. Anyway, I love this. I think it smells amazing. That is really freaking me out. I can't remember if I blind bought it or not. Maybe I did blind buy it. Anyway, what does it matter, right? It's a love, and it still is, but I hadn't worn it for a while. I was really into it last spring when it came out, I think, somewhere around that time, and then I wasn't in the mood for it anymore because it was fall, winter. But now I'm eyeballing it like, ooh, you're looking good. So I took it out and I wore it the other day, and holy crap, you guys, this perfume has become absolutely just so strong. I couldn't believe it. And I wasn't expecting that, so of course I just went in, I was like, going crazy with it. There was no need. There was no need, just a few sprays of this perfume. It wasn't like that when I first got it. It was not that good of a performer, but I mean, I smelled so strongly. I went downstairs and my husband walked through the door, and the first thing he said, he was like, whoa, it smells like perfume in here. I'm like, I know, it's a lot stronger than I thought. And he could even smell it the next day. He said that he went downstairs that next morning and he could smell the perfume like in the blankets on the couch and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good performing fragrance now, but this one has a beautiful note of peony in here. There's peony, I think there's some citruses, and then there's some vanilla, and I'll put the notes up on the screen because I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what's in here, but I do know there's a beautiful peony note in here that I just really love, and it just hits the spot for springtime for me. But wow, 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 is this strong. And it's so strong now, and it's sweet that I don't think I would wear it in the summer, but spring is when I'm going to want to wear this. So I think this will be on my March tray, but I am really looking forward to wearing this. So this is by Carolina Herrera, Good Girl Blush. Up next we have by Burberry, and this is Burberry Her Elixir. This one, oh look, I match again. I didn't really do that on purpose, picking out these like pink bottles. So I have quite a few pink bottles. I guess I'm in the mood for pink. Maybe subconsciously I'm drawn to these fragrances because of the bottle, but this is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. This smells like a perfume version of a strawberry milkshake. Now, I do not like at all the original. The original Burberry Her is a no for me. It was a hard pass. There was something in it that kind of gave me BR 540 vibes. I just wasn't into it. This one doesn't do that. This one is, I was shocked when I tried this. I tried this in store at Ulta, and I mean, you could have knocked me over with a feather because I was so shocked at how much I loved it. I wasn't expecting to. Lots of people were saying it smelled like the original. No, it doesn't. It doesn't give me BR 540 vibes. It's definitely lactonic feeling, smooth, creamy feel to the fragrance. And it doesn't smell like a straight up photorealistic strawberry milkshake, like you actually spilled a milkshake on you, but it gives me a picture in my mind of a strawberry milkshake, but in a very wearable, perfumey way. It still smells like a perfume. It's beautiful, it's feminine, it's delicious, it's sweet, it's strawberry goodness. It makes me smile. I get really good performance, and I get compliments on this one when I wear it. So I love this one. This is by Burberry Her Elixir. Up next is one I haven't had a chance to wear a ton, but I'm so looking forward to wearing this, and I know I love this because I tried this in store, and then I also had a sample of it that I went through, and then I purchased it. So this is by Chanel. This is Chance Eau Fraiche, the Eau de Parfum. So the EDT has been out for a very long time. It's one of my favorite perfumes. It's one of my favorite summertime perfumes. It is my favorite freshie, but when I tried the Eau de Parfum, I fell in love. The difference is this is a lot deeper, darker, a lot more amber. There's an amberiness to this, a warmth to the fragrance that they added in with that EDT DNA that somehow just really, this just works for me. I am so in the mood for this right now. I cannot wait to wear this. When I tested it out, the performance was amazing, but I got good performance from the EDT. Some people say it doesn't perform well. That was not my experience. The EDT lasts on me pretty much all day. It performed like an EDP to me, but now that I actually have the EDP, I love it. I love that contrast between that freshness, the lemony zestiness, the aldehydes, the amberiness, and that woodiness. It's so interesting. It's so good. It's so good. I love this perfume, and I'm ready. I'm ready to wear this. I'm excited to wear it. So this is by Chanel Chance Eau Fraiche, the Eau de Parfum. All right, another one I'm super in the mood for. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Good Girl Blush, but there's differences for sure to my nose. This is by Montblac Signature. This you can find at a pretty decent price. I think you can go to like Joma Shop and get this for maybe like around $50-ish. It's really a decent price for what you get because this has good performance. This has something in here that reminds me of Good Girl Blush, but they definitely go in different directions. This has more of like a deeper vanilla dry down. This one I definitely pick up on more of a citrusy. Yeah, there's clementine, I think, in the opening of this, so I get this like really citrusy goodness. And this to me is a lot more musky. I get a big like musky cloud around me. I don't know. Okay, do you think the bottle like is influencing my brain of how I picture this fragrance? Because I guess, or maybe they made the bottle to look like how it smells. I don't know, but I do picture something like this, like a cloud that envelops me when I wear this, like a musk cloud. It's so pleasant. It's so good. I'm so in the mood for this. I'm so in the mood for my musky, fruity. I want floral, I want musky. And this hits the spot. This is like the ultimate springtime perfume for me. And like I said, I get really, really good performance out of this as well. It's beautiful. So this is by Montblac signature. All right, up next we have a perfume that I purchased a while back ago, but I really haven't had a chance to wear all that much because I wasn't in the mood for it, but I am in the mood for it now. This is by Givenchy, and this is Irresistible, the Eau de Parfum. This is such a sweet, okay, it's sweet. Let me be very clear, because there's a pear note in here, and the pear note is very juicy but a little bit fresh. It's the pear note in here that makes this for me, but don't think that this is a fresh perfume, because it's not. There's a lot of sweetness to this. You have got to be into those very girly, sweet perfumes. But this doesn't smell overly sweet to the point where I think it's cloying, not for me anyway, and it doesn't smell juvenile to me. It smells like it's well blended, so it doesn't smell, you know how some sweet perfumes can kind of smell, if they're too sweet, they can kind of smell kind of cheap. This doesn't do that for me. It's absolutely beautiful, and I get amazing performance out of this. This has a beautiful pear note, very sweet, there's rose in here, and then there's a lot of this musky goodness in here too. This is so good. I love the pear in here. It is definitely the pear that just makes it for me. It's sweet, it's rosy, it's beautiful. I'm very much into a very pinky girly mode right now. I'm really feeling that right now. I just want everything pink right now, and this perfume is just absolutely doing it for me. So I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, and I don't know why. I feel like it's just a super good performing feminine. Maybe it's because it's very sweet. Some people, it's just too sweet for some people. So I would say definitely get your nose on this and test it for yourself. But I absolutely love this. So this is by Givenchy Irresistible, the Eau de Parfum. And last but not least, this perfume knocked my socks off and I was shocked. I did not expect to like this. This is by Lancome, and this is LVEB Iris Absolu. This one, I was in Macy's, I was sniffing around, I saw this, I was like, meh, I'm probably not going to like that. I'm not a big fan of the original LVEB, but when I sprayed this on the back of my hand, I was like, whoa, this smells good. This is so beautiful. I am really into iris right now, and the iris in here is gorgeous. This smells like a much classier, sophisticated, more refined, I don't even want to say version of the original. I do get a little bit of the original DNA, I guess, in here. It is a sweet perfume, and it doesn't have that like overly sweet praline that the original had. This is just a classy, beautiful, irisy. Yeah, iris is definitely the star of the show in here. I would say if you like iris, get your nose on this. I had somebody ask me if this smells like Giorgio Armani's My Way Parfum. No, they're different. They both have iris as the star of the show, but they definitely go in different directions. I have both. I love both. This one's a little sweeter, I think. This one has really good performance, but not nearly the performance as My Way Parfum. That one's like nuclear. But this one I have no issues on. And again, it has this like pink girly vibe going on that I'm just into right now. And I love this. So I highly recommend you check this out. Plus, I just recently tried the extrait version and I loved that one too. That one's oud, has oud in it. I was kind of surprised that I liked it so much. I probably will pick that one up too. Look at me, I'm just into LVEB flankers apparently. It's my thing. It's my new thing. These are really good. I'm telling you. This is good. So definitely get your nose on it, and it's definitely worth checking out in my opinion. So that is by Lancome LVEB Iris Absolu. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Those are my current favorite designer fragrances in my collection. The ones I am super excited to wear, the ones I'm super in the mood for, the ones that I just can feel my excitement when I look at them. And I definitely want to hear from you. Let me know if you have any recommendations of some designer fragrances that you think would be good for the upcoming kind of spring season. If you have anything in mind that you want to recommend to me, because I love getting suggestions from you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your continued support. And if you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!